Hi guys! I know it's been so long since I saw you. I have had a house full of sick people. Both my kids are sick, have been sick, now my husband's sick, so I haven't had any time to do any of my fun purse activities. But I wanted to take a couple minutes today to record this video for you guys because I got a request a while ago and I just hadn't gotten around to it. To do a video about my personal things that I look for when I buy pre-owned bags. And I just want to show you guys, you should be so proud of me because look, I actually wrote notes for this video. I never do that. I always just sit here and blab. So I was very thoughtful about what I wanted to say in this video, and I wrote this down like 4 days ago when I had a free moment. And you can see a chunk of it is missing because I had to write a grocery list, and there's coffee stains all over it. So it's been sitting on my kitchen counter for a while. But my thoughts are still here, so hopefully I can get this all out to you guys so you know what I look for when I buy pre-owned bags. Now, let me just say, I'm probably going to miss some things in this video, and I'm by no means an expert buyer. This is just my own experience and what I look for. And I learned all of this through trial and error. So I think a lot of buying pre-owned bags is just buying stuff and learning from it. And I have bought a lot of duds over my time collecting Dooney, and I have learned many lessons the hard way. So hopefully from this video you will learn a couple tips to help you from making the same mistakes I did. But you might make mistakes and buy things that aren't good, and that's okay because it happens to everyone. So the first thing that I do when I look at a pre-owned bag listing is look at the pictures. And I want to make sure that I can see all angles of the bag. And you know, some people don't post good pictures, and it's always so frustrating to me because I don't want to see your bag at midnight in your bed with your lights off. Like, that doesn't help me decide if this is a bag that I should purchase. So I really try to gravitate towards listings that sellers make that really seem to care about what they're listing. Take the pictures in natural light, bright light, try to cover all angles of the bag because you just never know. The front of the bag could look totally awesome, and then the backside is covered in stains, or especially the bottom. If you're buying a used bag, the areas that are going to show wear are the bottom and the bottom corners, and maybe around the opening where people are touching all the time with their fingers, and the inside. So I always try to make sure that I can see pictures of the whole bag, and if I can't, I ask for more pictures. Now, sometimes sellers aren't responsive, or they just say no. And so that's when you start making decisions about whether you want to gamble your money. So is this a site where if this bag turns out to be bad, can you get your money back? Is it worth the gamble for the price? These are all decisions you have to make based on the individual bag. So what am I looking for in these pictures? I am looking for worn spots. So anything that shows the bag's been rubbed a lot, such as the corners. And so I have an example here. So my mini lavender, which we all know and love, is so glorious, but it did come with quite a bit of corner wear. So that's something that, you know, I saw, and I said to myself, okay, this bag has quite a bit of corner wear. I bet I can fix some of that with conditioner. But for the price and for getting this glorious bag, I just chose to ignore the corner wear. Maybe another bag, it wouldn't be worth it. But that's definitely something I always look for because it really indicates how much the bag has been used. I also look for stains. So this one has pen marks, especially. Oh, these people with the pens near their purses, it just gives me a heart attack. There's pen all over the outside, pen exploded on the inside. Like, please don't put a pen in your purse, please. I know sometimes you need a pen to write with and it's handy to have, but it's just not, for me, not worth it. I do not put a pen anywhere near my bag. But like this lavender came with some pen marks on it. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but there's some on the corner here. And I have a couple other bags that have pen marks. So I always look for stains, water stains. That's another big one that I look for. And then just general like nasty brown stains on the outside. You just never know. I mean, sometimes these purses encounter bad things. And then I look for rips and tears. So is there a hole anywhere? Do I see loose thread anywhere hanging? Because that can be an indication that something's wrong. And that would be all I look for on the outside. But then I also want to see pictures of the inside, because sometimes the inside of these bags just look like, I mean, people really are hard on their bags. It's really mind-boggling to me how some of these bags, I mean, you've all seen it, the pictures, or people are like, excellent condition, and then they show a picture of the inside and it looks like a bomb went off. So I always ask to see pictures of the inside, because that's the area that's really going to get dirty when people are using it. And if people don't care about their bag and aren't taking good care of it, that's the area that's going to show that they don't really care, because they're just going to be throwing stuff in there. So I always ask to see pictures of the inside. And I always ask about stains. Are there any stains anywhere? I always ask. So I always ask also about odors, and that's a tricky one because you can't tell odors through pictures. You can't smell cigarettes over the internet. So I always make a point of asking if the listing doesn't specifically say, because I have bought bags that smell like cigarettes before, and in my experience, it is one of those odors that just never completely goes away. So I always ask. I always ask about pet odors. I've purchased bags that are soaked in cat urine. Yes, it happened. And I fought the person on eBay and they won. And I had to keep their cat pee bag. So odors is a tricky one because there's no real way to prove that something smells. And that's why I ran into trouble on eBay with my cat pee bag, because I'm telling eBay it smells like cat pee. A cat peed on this. And the seller is saying, like, I don't even own a cat. This girl's crazy. And eBay took their side. So at least if something comes with stains or rips or tears that weren't disclosed, you can take a picture of it and try to fight it. Odors is trickier, so just try to be careful and specifically ask about it if the listing doesn't say it specifically. The other thing that I always check for is, are all the detachable parts on the bag? Most importantly, the strap. I have almost bought so many bags that are missing the strap, because I look at the pictures look good, the listing says all the right things, and I'm just like, buy now. And then I'm like, wait, did I see a picture of the strap in any of those pictures? Or did I read about the strap in the description anywhere? I don't think I did. And it's one of those things I always forget. So don't forget the strap, ladies. But sometimes things come with other detachable parts. So for example, this bag has several things that it came with. It came with the strap, but it also comes with accessories, and some bags do come with accessories. A zip pouch. This one came with a zip pouch and a little keyring thing, but other bags come with other similar accessories in a set. Brenna is one that comes to mind, and there's some other pebbled leather bags that come with pouches like this. And if that's important to you, then you need to check and make sure that these accessories are with the bag. It may also affect the value very little bit if it doesn't have the accessories with it. So just think about whether or not that matters to you. I also make sure that bags have things like the appropriate fob. When I traded for this bag did not come with this fob. It was missing. It did have the strap, and it was covered in undisclosed scuffs, scratches, crusty areas, and I was really mad at this bag. I love this bag now, but back when I got it, there was a lot of drama around this bag. So I spent a lot of time cleaning it up, and eventually I found this fob that matches, so I could add it to it and it could be complete. And I was so mad at myself that I didn't notice that this fob was missing when I got it. Now, some people, stuff like this doesn't matter. You don't care about this hangy thing, then who cares? Go ahead and buy it. But it was one of the things about this bag that I really liked because it just added some interest to it. So I was so mad at myself that I didn't realize this was missing when I traded for it. I also look for things like pebbling. So what we've talked about so far is like is stuff somebody may have done to the bag. But there's another category of condition when it comes to a purse, which is, how did it come out of the factory? And maybe you don't like certain things. Maybe you don't like Florentine that's pebbled. I do, and it doesn't bother me. Or maybe you don't like, a bag that might have a crease in an area that it shouldn't, or came with a slight defect in the leather somewhere. So I always look for stuff like that too, and I have to decide in my head whether or not that stuff bothers me. Even though it's not something somebody did to the bag, it may not be perfect. So that's just something else that I also think about. Then I always look for, but I don't care as much, if it comes with any paperwork. So the registration card, original tags, original receipt, the packing slip that came in the box with it, and does it come with a dust bag? So I sometimes ask those questions and sometimes I don't. Those aren't things that I really care a whole lot about unless I'm buying a bag that's listed as new with tags. Then those are things that I want to come with it. But if I'm buying a truly pre-owned bag, I don't really expect people to have that stuff lying around years later if they've used it a lot, or even if it's just sat in their closet. What if they've moved twice? I mean, people don't keep this stuff. But if it matters to you, just think about it and make sure you ask about it, because some people really like to have a complete kind of lifeline, kind of documentation stuff around their purses. So that's important to you. Just make sure you ask. And let's see, I think that might be it. All of my things that I look for. And it's a lot. It is. And when you're excited about a bag and you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this bag. It's a great price. I always get tempted to just hit buy now. But I have to restrain myself because I've made so many mistakes. And just look at the pictures first. Read the description. Make sure there's nothing weird in there that I didn't notice in first glance, because the last thing that I want is to find my dream bag at a dream price and then buy it and have it come with a host of issues, because that's so disappointing when you open it up and you figure out this isn't what I thought it was. So learn from me. Don't make as many mistakes as I have, because I sure have made a lot of mistakes buying bags on eBay, on Poshmark, on Mercari. I also buy bags on Facebook off of Dooney collector groups. So there's a lot of avenues out there. And I haven't even talked about the local buying and selling. Oh my gosh, that's a whole other beast, because when you're talking about Craigslist, OfferUp, and other like local Facebook yard sale sites, you're going to meet people in person. It might be kind of weird. Yeah, so I feel like I need to do a totally different video about that. But just today, I wanted to cover the basics of what I look for when I buy stuff on the internet. So I hope this video helped you guys kind of get into my head and see what I think about when I am buying somebody's pre-owned bag. And please feel free to ask any questions, or if you have any other requests or anything you want me to clarify, I'm more than happy to answer questions. Or if there's anything you think I missed that you always look for that I need to add to my list, because I'm always looking to get better at buying bags and doing it successfully. So feel free to make suggestions. Thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully it won't be so long until I see you again, because hopefully people in my house are going to start feeling better. And I will see you next time. Bye!